everyone. I'm Bruce Jenner, and today the Sunkist IPS World Cup of Surfing for Women.
And as far as the World Championship goes, Bruce, we have two contenders in this first heat that's heading to the water right now. Debbie Beacham of California is considered the Renaissance lady of California surfing. And also competing with her will be Rel Sun. We affectionately call her the Queen of Makaha.
And some of the other competitors in this first heat is Nani Race from Honolulu, new to the North Shore. She represents the new breed of young surfers coming up.
And the world champion in 1981 and the winner of this event in 1979 and 77, Lynn Boyer of Hawaii.
Jenny Gill, Wollongong, New Zealand, 24 years old, first year on the North Shore.
Another new name to World Cup competition, Kathy Buford.
And as the surfers are moving out into the line, there's one other person has a chance for the World Championship that we'll see in the second heat.
And that's Pam Burridge of Australia. She's only 17 years old and she's a contender.
And our first surfer is Rel Sun.
Rel Sun's showing that experience. She's been competing for years now, and this wave is not a large wave, but she's maneuvering it well and getting a long ride.
Now, Fred, what about the scoring?
Well, the judges score every ride. They're concerned with the size of the wave, how long of a ride they execute, and that includes all the maneuvers, and staying in the critical section of the wave, and of course their ability to make the wave is important.
And Rel Sun is up again. Oh, she gets her head wet.
Oh, nice little tube there, but you notice, Bruce, that's not a large wave, and that's really not going to score that many points. And it just kind of fizzles out in here for her.
How much warming up is there?
There's a lot of psychological warming up. They want to get in the rhythm with the sea. I have a feeling that's why Rel charged those first two waves.
Everybody's wondering where Margot Oberg is in contention for the World Championship. Well, she hasn't been surfing, and this is the reason why, a little baby boy.
But she hasn't forgotten how to surf, Bruce, and she'll be in the next semifinal heat.
And I'm looking forward to that, her first competition back. And up on a wave, it's Lynn Boyer.
Bruce, this is the kind of wave that wins contests. It's a big wave, it's an outside wave. Look at that snapback right there. A lot of speed across the base, another cut down.
It looks like speed is going to be very important in today's competition.
Speed and the ability to make the wave. Lynn rolled this thing all the way from the outside. She kicks out there. She scored some points.
Rel Sun, another wave.
Rel's riding a lot of waves, Bruce, but they're not quality waves, and the judges aren't looking for quantity, they're looking for quality. This thing fizzles out on her.
And a quality wave right behind her. It's Debbie Beacham.
Ooh, and that is a big wave. Boy, she's working the whitewater, trying to get... Oh, and she's in a hot section. She's not able to execute a lot of maneuvers there, but the judges appreciate her ability to fight her way through this mountain of whitewater. All the way to the inside.
Nani Race on the left, Rel Sun on the right. Who's got the right of way?
Rel Sun does, and Nani Race knows it. She kicks out. Rel tries a little stylish maneuver going to the nose there. Ooh, and she wipes out on the inside.
And right behind her, Kathy Buford.
Kathy Buford's trying to milk this wave. That's a good little cut down.
Nice cut back.
Nice cut down. That scored some points right there. She's this new breed we're talking about. Here she's falling into the tube, and she doesn't make it out. She goes down also.
It just wasn't quite big enough for her to fit in there. Now, Fred, let's take a look at that wave just a minute ago when the two riders were on the same wave.
An interference call can virtually eliminate you from competition. Here, Nani looks back, sees Rel has the wave, and she kicks out. But maybe Rel's concentration was broken. Here she goes to the nose and takes a little too much time, and she gets caught in the whitewater, tries to recover, and she wipes out.
Back to the action. Our next rider, Jenny Gill, came all the way from New Zealand to ride this wave. Let's see how she does.
Great wave selection, Bruce. Good size wave. She's surfing backside. Here she's going up. Oh, what a wipeout. Oh, down hard.
Well, right out in front of us, we have some waves building. Now it's getting close to the end of this semifinal heat, and every wave is going to be important.
And from what we've seen so far, the competition's very tight. One big wave could make the difference.
And in an awful lot of traffic, it's Lynn Boyer.
And this could be the wave. Lynn Boyer has seemed to be on every big set that has come through. Her wave selection has been superb. And she's working this thing up and down the face of the wave, getting a lot of speed. Ooh, that wave works her. That's a wipeout.
Nani Race in her first year of competition on the North Shore.
The wave's a little bumpy as she drops into it. She's trying to stay in the critical section there, but it closes out on her. That wave is not going to score a lot of points.
And the Honey looks like she's going to bring this all the way into the shore. A good showing for her first competition here in the big waves on the North Shore.
And I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of Nani in the future.
Well, we've got a nice wave building out there. It's Debbie Beacham.
This competition is really important for Debbie Beacham. If she makes it through this heat, she'll still be in contention for the world title. And this wave's going to help her. A lot of stylish maneuvering. Ooh, she goes down there.
like the nose of that board just went right under. And it's Kathy Buford.
This is a radical wave up the top. Oh, Bruce. Oh, and she goes over the falls. That was a bad wipeout. She went up too high. She lost it at the top and went what they call going over the fall. She fell over with the brake on that wave.
It's a long drop.
And it's a bad wipeout. That hurts.
And you have to have an awful lot of respect for these waves and for the competitors out there. Looks like there's time for one more ride. Here's Jenny Gill.
And this wave could make the difference, Bruce. She's going to work it all the way to the inside. Time's running out, and this is scoring some points. She's getting some maneuvers.
And there's the horn ending this first semifinal heat.
Very close competition.
And Jenny's going to work this all the way into the beach. Try to get as much out of it as she possibly can.
She knows the heat's over, Bruce, so she's just going to come all the way in with it.
Boy, Fred, the surf really pounded these ladies. There's Kathy Buford, Donnie Race, two competitors we'll see an awful lot of in the future.
I don't think they're going to make it to the finals, but they certainly represent a radical new breed.
And here's a lady I'm sure will make it in the finals. Lynn Boyer, 1981 world champion. She had a great semifinal heat. And the second semifinal heat is heading for the water, and here are our competitors. Jericho Poplar, Long Beach, California, been on the tour since it started in 1976.
And Bruce from Wakaha, Debbie Bowers, last year's Rookie of the Year.
Liz Benavides from Newport Beach, California, a finalist in this competition last year.
And this amazing young lady, Pam Burridge of Australia, is only 17 years old. She's a contender for the world title.
And here she is, the queen of surfing, Margot Oberg, 5 times world champion.
And Brenda Scott Rogers won this event in 1978, and she's looking to get into the finals today.
Right here are the results of the first semifinal heat. Lynn Boyer and Jenny Gill tied for first place. Debbie Beecham got third. She moves into the finals. Here's Jericho Poplar.
She has a nice fluid wave here. She tucks into a tight section. That's a kind of style of surfing that's kept her in the running for years now. Whoops, and she goes down.
And we have a nice set building on the outside. Let's see who gets it. It looks like Pam Burridge. Now, this is the lady to watch. She wants to get in the finals because she's in contention for that world title.
And Pam Burridge knows the big waves are going to score the big points. And look at the size of that whitewater. She hangs on.
And she's trying to get as much out of this wave, even though it closed out, as she possibly can. Bringing it all the way down into the beach. Let's see who's going to be on the next wave. It's Brenda Scott Rogers, a lady who's been around for a long time from Santa Cruz, California.
And she's got a good size wave. Oh, what a beautiful layback cutback there. You see her throw her body into the back of the wave, and she recovered from it. The judges are going to score that well. That was a difficult maneuver.
And here she is, Margot Oberg.
And she's slicing her way through that wave. You'd never believe that she had not been competing this last year. She still has those great moves.
Margot Oberg, great champion. And as the competition is moving along, here's Debbie Bowers.
Debbie Bowers represents this young breed of radical surfers that have come along over the last several years, and she's got a good wave, but unfortunately it closes out on her. It's not going to score.
On the outside, it's a nice wave, Brenda Scott Rogers.
And quite a contrast to the radical young breed that is coming up. Brenda Scott Rogers won this event way back in 1978, and you can see she's got the experience to make the waves. She's riding this thing all the way out. Long ride, good size, scores points.
And there's not much time left in the semifinal heat. 3 go into the finals. A nice wave. Who's going to get it? Pam Burridge. She wants to get into that final. This could make the difference.
It sure could. Good choice on her part. With the time running down, she's got a good-sized wave. She's doing a series of cutback maneuvers there. The judges really appreciate her ability to read the wave and also to execute these short cutback maneuvers.
And that ride scored her some points. That could put her into the finals and keep her alive for the world title. And there's the horn ending the second semifinal heat.